Coming up, the number of available ICU beds in Iowa have reached an all-time pandemic low. And later, the Hawkeye Marching Band celebrates its 141st anniversary.
Iowa battles its out with the Terrapins under the lights tonight. I'll tell you more in sports.
We have a live look at campus now, but will the nice weather last? I've got the details in weather. And all that and more coming up on this Friday morning edition of DITV News. Don't go anywhere. DITV News starts right now. Good morning and thank you for tuning in. I'm Julia Richards. Intensive care units across Iowa are being stretched. Only 163 ICU beds are available in the state, the lowest it has been during the pandemic. Iowa City region only has 21 available beds. Iowa hospitals have 157 patients in ICU beds with COVID-19, which is a similar count to May 2020's COVID-19 case peak. However, these numbers are lower than the all-time high of COVID-19 patients in Iowa ICUs, which was in November of 2020. And the U.S. government narrowly avoided shutdown last night. The Senate passed a bipartisan bill signed by President Biden to keep the government funded until December 3rd. Secretary of the Treasury Janet Yellen says, quote, "We now estimate that the Treasury is likely to exhaust its extraordinary measures if Congress has not acted to raise or suspend the debt limit by October 18th, end quote. For a more in-depth explanation of the debt ceiling, check out DITV's new politics segment, Backroom Breakdown with Lauren Johnson. And new businesses are popping up all over downtown Iowa City. These additions contribute to the wide variety of goods and opportunities in town. DITV reporter Destinee Borgman explored downtown Iowa City to see what is attracting the community.
Downtown Iowa City is buzzing with new and revamped restaurants, retail stores, and attractions. Plus, there are many more coming soon. Behind me, there are multiple construction crews preparing for some of the new arrivals.
The Knit Hole is one new storefront in downtown Iowa City.
As far as the other businesses, I feel like I'm so much different than them because there's not really a knitting shop downtown.
Insomnia Cookies has been a popular spot for a sweet treat. This new storefront downtown offers a calm location to grab dessert during the day. However, as the sun goes down, the disco ball and the colorful lights attract Iowa City's midnight snackers. The James Theater, previously known as the Riverside Theater, is opening soon.
And now we're bringing it into 2022 with a really cool design and more of a versatile space for the artists.
Basic Goods is a revamped space downtown in conjunction with Daydream.
We have a lot of brands that are owned by minorities, owned by women, that are eco-friendly, trying to be more sustainable. And so it's a really great place for people to come try out new brands and to find groups of people that like the same things.
These openings and renovations in downtown Iowa City offer opportunities and goods that were not previously here before. From downtown Iowa City, this is Destinee Borgman, DITV.
Thanks, Destinee. And the summer weather has stuck around into fall. Let's see if this will be a good weekend to check out those new businesses. Today will be another sunny day with partly cloudy skies. The high will be 85 degrees with a low of 65 degrees. The clouds will increase in the late afternoon with possible showers in the evening. So be sure to keep out those umbrellas as we head into the weekend. Saturday will cool off a bit with a high of 78 degrees and scattered thunderstorms developing in the afternoon. The rain will continue into Sunday morning and we'll see highs in the mid-70s and then a low of 53 that night. Taking a look at next week's forecast, skies will be partly cloudy while temperatures remain in the mid-70s. And after making history last year with no football games or marching band halftime shows, the Hawkeye Marching Band has an exhibit showing off their history. DITV reporter Ashley Wheel has more on what this year means compared to the extensive history the band has.
The Hawkeye Marching Band is officially back at Kinnick Stadium after a year of sitting out. But during that year, the Music Library was putting together and organizing documents from the 141 years of the Hawkeye Marching Band, which is now on display at Voxman Music Building.
know, the marching band is 141 years old, and to my knowledge, there's never been a season where we weren't active. You know, so last year was a challenge. You know, we did a lot more than a lot of bands did around the country. We were able to do some virtual performances and some recordings and work on different elements of our performance aspects, but we didn't actually get to perform in Kinnick Stadium. So we have 150 students that this is their first time or first year in Kinnick Stadium. But we're a little young, we're a little inexperienced, but we're really passionate, we're really excited, and we're happy to be back.
The collection, located on the first and second floor of the music building, holds photographs, drill charts, articles, pieces of uniforms, and so much history that has made the band what it is today. The exhibit and the members, past and present, of the Hawkeye Marching Band know how strong and important the traditions and history of the Hawkeye Marching Band hold to the University of Iowa.
Especially people who are now in their second year, who, like I mentioned, didn't get the unity experience this last year, or even like any of the parades or any of the performances that we do. Now that they're finally able to do that, I think they're having a lot of fun.
There are traditions that have been carried on that are so special to the members, and the exhibit was put together to show a visual aspect to all the stories that have been told and passed down throughout the 141 years of the Hawkeye Marching Band. From the University of Iowa, Ashley Wheel, DITV.
And the marching band story will continue after the Hawkeyes return from their Friday night showdown in Maryland. But first, Sarah, I heard there's a new top-ranked team in town. Can you tell us more?
Yes, Julia, that's right. For the first time since 1997, Iowa field hockey is the top-ranked team in the country. The Hawkeyes climbed their way to #1 after they shut out 8 straight opponents. Iowa now faces the challenge of battling 2 top 10 teams on the road.
Yeah, I mean, we're walking into another huge weekend, really tough to play at Rutgers and at Maryland in the same weekend, two, again, top 10 teams. So for us, I know I keep using the word level up, but we're going to continue to just find ways to increase our performance.
Despite the Hawkeyes being #1, they acknowledge how crucial the fundamentals are. Goalkeeper Grace McGuire and the defense will have to limit Rutgers' shot on goal to shut down their powerful offense. The Hawkeyes will prove why they're #1 if they exit the weekend unbeaten. Iowa football is set for a night of Big Ten play, and the stakes are high. DITV sports director Destinee Cook gives us an in-depth preview of the match.
There's a lot to unpack here before Iowa heads to Maryland for a undefeated Big Ten matchup. Now, this is a matchup that was not anticipated to be an undefeated battle, but we have it. Iowa, who is ranked #5 in the nation and 3rd ranked in college football scoring defense, is set to meet with the Terrapins in their 8th ranked scoring defense. Maryland has been on top of their passing game this season, but of course, that will not be an issue for Iowa's defense.
We're not going to change what we do according to that. I mean, we're going to play our game, and we know that we like to limit the big plays, and we know they like to get big plays. So something's got to give, and we're going to obviously be optimistic that it goes our way.
Enough cannot be said about Maryland's quarterback, Tulia Tungavaloa. He's been brilliant behind the Terps offense, averaging over 300 yards per game and hitting 76% of his passes. Now, this is important after Iowa's performance against Colorado State on Saturday, as it's evident that there needs to be a little bit of fine-tuning with their defense if they want to be able to limit Tungavaloa's passing game tonight.
Like a good quarterback, he's looking down the field when he gets out there. He will run it, but he's trying to make a play, and that's really scary. So now they force you to stay back in coverage when he's broken contain, and that's a dilemma for any defensive player.
Quarterback Spencer Peaches is averaging less than 6 yards per pass attempt. It's really been up to the defense as of late to really recover for the offense's setbacks.
Yeah, the pressure's on us just to execute, and it's the same every week of can we play our best football? Can we take a step forward as an offense? And it doesn't change this week.
Despite some concerns, Iowa's knack for overcoming adversity does not face them at all as they head into College Park under the Friday night lights. Be sure to tune into the DI website tonight to see if Iowa's defense can overcome the Terps offense. From Kinnick Stadium, I'm Destinee Cook, DITV Sports.
The Hawkeyes ended their 2-game slide after defeating the Maryland Terrapins. It was a defensive battle during the first half until senior Hailey Rydberg ran past the Maryland fullbacks to score the game's first goal.
To go for it, low driven in the corner, and yeah, it just went in, so it was a really exciting moment.
A late goal from Alyssa Walker sealed the victory for the Iowa Hawkeyes, claimed their 7th shutout as they were able to silence the veteran Maryland attack. Iowa will return home on October 3rd for a face-off against the Michigan State Spartans.
Thank you for tuning in to DITV News. I'm Julia Richards. Have a great day.